I have to speak out about this because it's genuinely bothering me. There's genuinely some people out here with a loser mentality. Like, I just keep constantly thinking about it. There's a mentality out here that's absolute loser mentality that's being promoted everywhere. And I sit here and I see these comments on these different YouTube videos, and I just sit and think, like, people really genuinely think like this. It was a comment on a YouTube video. He was sitting talking about how he quit his job to go homeless. He quit his job to go homeless. That's okay. That's fine. And I'm not gonna lie, but it was somebody else who was younger who said, I'm 23 years old. I'm thinking about quitting my job and going homeless and living in nature. And I'm just sitting thinking, why are we reinforcing this garbage ass mentality? Why are we reinforcing this? He says he's going homeless, but he don't want to try it a business, or he don't want to try it a 9-to-5. Now, I can see dropping out of the 9-to-5 to be homeless, to start a business. That's different. That's different. No, he's trying to drop out of a 9-to-5 and go homeless and live in the wilderness and not even build this business or nothing. Not even think about being successful, just living homeless. And then he had the nerve to say that there was somebody else who commented and said, no, this is garbage. We don't need that mindset. He had the nerve to say that the people like him who said, no, we don't need this mindset for society. One of them said that person was the people in society, which is not helping society. And I'm sitting thinking, the people who work the jobs is funding the homeless people. When you understand how the world works, the people who work the jobs is funding the government, and they're funding the homeless people. And the people who make businesses create jobs for people. So they keep using this moral high ground, or keep coming up with this framework like people who have businesses not helping people in society. Like, some of you people are genuinely dumb. Some of you people are dumb. And this is why I say some people will stay average, because you keep thinking in a framework of garbage. So you need to get out of the framework. Now I can see how some can say it's better to be homeless than work a 9-to-5. But if you're not even going to try it a business, well, then you're just going to live a life of a bum. I refuse to live a life of a bum. And trust me, I went out to the wilderness before, and I fasted and I did all those things and gave up everything to see truly how it was. And it was a transformative experience, but do I want to live like that for the rest of my life? Hell no. So you need to at least try. So you need to at least try. And I always knew if whatever I was doing online, or any business I was doing out in the real world, I already knew if it didn't work, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? I'm going to go work some job. That's some people plan A. Some people plan A was my worst case scenario. So I genuinely think that this garbage, sewer, sludge mindset has crept into everywhere. It's pure weakness. So basically, he's telling him, yes, it's fine to be homeless and depend on the government. But then he keep bashing and blaming everybody else and saying nobody's contributing to society. The people who's telling him not to go homeless, they're saying that they're not contributing to society, even though we're telling him not to go homeless. If you go homeless, you depend on the government, you depend on other people. So somehow he think homeless people is contributing to society. You can't make this up. And he think the rich people, or he think the people in the middle class is not contributing to society. Get this garbage bullshit out of here. This is bullshit. This is what I'm saying. Some of this stuff is bullshit, and I'm not allowing it to continue on. Anybody that watch me, I'm breaking you out of the hive mind garbage. All it is garbage. All it is mental garbage. They want to keep you broke and they want to keep you poor. That's a perfect example of it. If he's sitting up here saying, go homeless, don't build a business, don't even try, just give up. Like, what did we coming to? This is cowardice. You don't even want to try. And that's why I say, I know I talk a lot about 9-to-5, but 9-to-5 is better than nothing. You need to at least to stay on top of the water so you won't sink. Like, let's say, for example, were on your own and you didn't have the privilege to stay with somebody and build your business or whatever. If you didn't have that privilege, then you need to at least work a 9-to-5 to take care of your basics. Now they're not even trying to take care of their basics anymore. They're trying to go homeless. instead of trying to help with their bank. Like it's starting to become dumb. It's sewer sludge, and it's just to keep you broke and keep you poor. Nobody wants to live poor in a broke life. Why would you want to depend upon the government and depend upon people walking across the street trying to give you food? You don't even know how you're going to eat every day. You're not trying. And that's why I say all of these people, they feel like they have no duty to anybody. Your ancestors, all these people died for you to live on, for you to continue the legacy. And you saying, no, I want to live homeless. I don't even want, like, people are purposely doing this. A lot of the people who are homeless became homeless like accident. If you were to ask them, would you want to continue to be homeless? They would say no. Like, come on. Anybody in their right mind would sit and say, you know what, maybe perhaps I do want some money. That's why I say I can see it's the difference between working a 9 to 5, but I think truly a 9 to 5 can be enjoyable if you work a 9 to 5 that you want to work. Most people are trapping themselves just for money. You're working a job you hate for money. That's the reason why you don't want to go to it. But if you work a job you love, then you start to become free. That's the difference. So they don't even want to work anymore. Now they're trying to keep, like, this man is at his peak, at the height of his capabilities. And people are sitting up here telling him to go homeless. What are you doing? This is the best chance you actually have. You're never going to have this chance again to work. Then I seen another comment. The comment, same dude, he says, oh, but it's going to take 10 years of working to even have a chance. Duh. That's how reality works. So you rather him be homeless for 10 years rather than grinding for 10 years? See, these people are stupid. And these people are deserved to lose. This is why I keep making these videos talking about losers. There's loser mentality out there and they want you to think like them. But if you think like them, you can't be successful. You can't be successful if you think like them. They want to get too spiritual, too philosophical. They want to question everything, question reality. Oh, thinking it's bad to make money, or thinking it's bad to do online business, or this and that. Get your bullshit ass out of here. Like we need money. We need money. This is not back in it's 200 BC. This is not back in 100 BC where they gave up all of their possession and sold their possession to wander the land. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that shit no more. Like nowadays we want other things. And it's not even just about wanting other things. It's about helping your family, helping your people. So anybody that's sitting up here thinking they're trying to go homeless and give up all your prized possessions and this and that, I did it so I can reset my mind and see and find my purpose as to what I need to do. People are actually going out there doing that to actually live homeless and give up on life. That's garbage and that's bum mentality. The fuck are you doing? I went out there to fast and clear my mind and train. I came back stronger than ever before. I wanted to become better. I wanted to search inside myself. I genuinely wanted to free my mind. I went out there to free my mind. I didn't go out there to live homeless for the rest of my life. I went out there for spiritual power, came back powerful so I can work and start a business and reset my mind. But now people is starting to opt out from reality completely. And I'm just sitting thinking, what are you even doing? Like, why are we coming to this? Why are people giving up? It's so fun grinding. It's so fun grinding. It's so fun with even if you even having a goal or a purpose you may never even achieve. The process of it is much more fulfilling and happy. Like the process of it, it's enjoyable rather than thinking, I have to slave away. No, you only slave away at something you don't enjoy. When I was working a sales job, I keep going back to my sales job because that's the last job I worked. And after that, I said I'm starting my own business. But when I was working my sales job, I was gone literally 20 hours a day. I didn't get back home till like 4 a.m. and had to get back up at 6 a.m. So I only had basically like 2 hours to myself or the hour. Sometimes I get home earlier or I have 3-4 hours to myself. And I still enjoyed it. I had fun. I'm out in the hot, scorching sun, walking around, knocking these doors, guns getting pulled, people cussing me out, all this different stuff happening, people yelling at me, telling me get off their porch, all this different stuff happened, guns being pulled, police call. I still had fun. So if anybody's sitting up here complaining about their 9-to-5 job, you're doing the wrong thing. You're doing the wrong thing. Like, Go do something that you will actually feel fulfilled at. There are some jobs out there with your interests which you can feel fulfilled at. So when I sit here and I think about these people, you need to do something. You need to figure out something. It's better to do something than not do nothing at all. It's better to try than fail. It's better to try and fail than not try at all. Going homeless completely is not trying at all. And you are effectively a bum. You're a bum because you're not even trying to help your family. You're not even trying. That's what I'm saying. It's just at least come down to trying. They're opting out of trying now. Wouldn't people right mind sit and say, I don't even want to try and make money. I want to be homeless. Get the people homeless on the street is not purposefully going homeless. Now you got people who with money purposely going homeless so they won't have to work anymore or try in society no more. This is why we becoming weak. This is why the whole infrastructure, the whole sewer sludge mindset is forcing everybody to become weak. When I mean that there's a hive mind out here trying to convince you to think like them, that is what I mean. They're trying to convince you to think like them. They don't want you to be successful. This is what I keep saying. They don't want you to be successful. They want you to depend on them, depend on the government to pay for you so you can be controlled. Because if you depend on other people for something, they control you to a certain extent. They can control what you say. They can control how much money you have. They can control everything. So basically, when you're in that position where you have to depend on other people, you're now controlled. You're now controlled of the opposition. They now can dangle this over your head, do this and do X, Y, Z, and boom. So this is why I talk about also freedom. But I guess a lot of people are starting to think being homeless is free. You're not even really, you can't really do anything you really want to do. Anybody in their right mind would choose to have money over being homeless. Anybody in their right mind would choose to have money and not be homeless. And I do understand having time freedom. This is why I said at least make an online business. But no, these people are fucking stupid. They don't even want to try at home on making an online business because it's too hard. It's going to take 10 years. It's worth the try. 10 years of your life rather than spending another 10 years being a bum. Like, you can't make this up. Like, even these videos right here is going to be on here for another 10 years. People in 10 years are going to watch this video and perhaps get started. It may be somebody who's 13 right now. He's 13 years old right now. 10 years from now, he'll be 23. He's going to be 23 years old watching this video, sitting saying, you know what, Preme is right. Let me try online business. Let me try to do something. Let me at least go work a job that I like. And let me do something. Let me try online because, the reason I keep saying online, because I genuinely starting to believe no matter what job you work in the world, online is going to be important. I guarantee you. There's people on LinkedIn now posting content for their job. Your resume can be your resume can literally be your social profiles. You could go in there and show them, look, I have 1,000 followers in this niche. You show them the videos of you talking about whatever your job is. And I guarantee you'll get hired. Way better than making some ChatGPT script for your resume. I guarantee you if you get online, even with low following, you get on here and you start talking about your job or the job that you want to be. And I know I'm talking about job, but because I'm really wired. I really want people who want to escape. I don't want people who just only work jobs. My message is mainly for people who want to escape. But if you work a job, that's perfectly fine. That's why I say it's better than nothing. You're treading on top of the water. It's better to work that instead of sinking. It's just if you allow yourself to get comfortable, then you can escape. I genuinely believe everybody can escape if they wanted to. But that's why my message is not made for a lot of people who want to stay at that job. My message is towards people who want to get free. People who sit and say, okay, maybe perhaps I don't want to work the job forever. Or maybe I can get some extra income from somewhere. That's how. Yeah, that's how. And one of the comments said, oh, I don't want to work a job and side hustle forever. Well, stay broke and poor then. Have fun being broke and poor then. Like, it don't make sense. Some people don't even want to try. So they'd rather be broke and poor than try. Because you can try and end up getting lucky and pull it off. It's the fact that they're not even giving the universe the orgone to even bless them. For you to even get lucky, you didn't even try. You just opted out before it even, I don't want to work 9 to 5 and side. You never know, the side hustle could have took over the 9 to 5, and then now you free. Now you have the geographical freedom and the time, location freedom. I don't even want to try. So that's why I say, if you have the privilege of staying with other people while building your business, do that. If you have, now that's the type of homeless, which you can say that's probable that you should do. That's the type of homeless you should sit and say, okay, I'm going to quit the 9 to 5. I'm going to go stay with somebody else. I'm going to communicate with them and tell them, hey, I'm working on this business and I'm going to try to pull it off. Now, what's the worst case scenario? You go back to a 9 to 5 and in a few years, if it don't work, that's the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario, you go broke. I mean, you was already broke anyways. Like that's the worst case scenario. So if you have that privilege of staying with somebody and you building your business, that's the only homeless I would advocate for. Other than that, if you have a house or whatever, and you don't have anywhere to live and you're on your own, yes, you need to be working that job and taking care of your basics because you don't have anywhere to live. Don't go homeless. Don't go homeless and quit and live on the street. That's stupid. So nobody even, these people not even thinking right. So you need to be sitting there with other people. You need to join together with other people. This is why I have a free Telegram as well, which is why I'm opening up a community. I'm going to open up a community as well so we can all work together. But you need to meet people who's genuinely on the same mission so y'all can sit and say, okay, we can work together. We can pull off something. Some people don't even want to try. It's really genuinely about trying. And this is why the sewer sludge mindset of not trying is starting to creep into society, making everybody weak. This is real life grown men saying they rather be broke and poor than try. They don't even want to try the online business. They don't want to try anything. And I guarantee you their life is garbage. So guess what? If their life is already garbage, when they quit, it's going to be even more garbage. How can you even win that way? These people are stupid. What is going through their brain? It's amazing to me. Like I'm genuinely so amazed how people think. Some people genuinely think like this. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. So I'm gonna end it right here. Join the free Telegram. If you understand what I'm saying and understand that you have a duty to better yourself for your family, for yourself, for your future, whatever it may be. If you understand you have a duty for that, then you inside the free Telegram. And we're going to continue to work together and continue to ensure that we're powerful and capable. So the free Telegram is there for those who understand the truth. I will see you there.